Hello everybody, thanks so much for joining me today. I have a really fun project to do today. We're going to make some charms for a charm bracelet, or you can attach these to wine glasses, or you can even put two jumpers on them and make earrings out of them that dangle. So we're gonna make some really adorable charms. And I am with today the Hedgehog Hollow subscription box for October, and the Ink Road actually is responsible for this adorable stamp set that I'm going to be using, along with some StazOn ink in jet black. For this project, you do want a permanent fast drying ink, and even though this is, you know, a fast ink that dries and it is permanent, since we are going to be using it on a slick surface, it will take a couple minutes to set up. So I've already gone ahead and done my stamping so we can move right on into it. And then you are going to go to your craft store or Amazon and find Shrinky Dinks. I found mine at Michael's right behind the stamps. They're about $4 to $6 a pack. There are two types that you can do. One is frosted rough and ready, and the other is crystal clear. The difference in this is crystal clear, so it's clear on both sides and it's a very slick surface. This one works really nice for just basic stamped images, or if you want to do a layered stamp, this one is wonderful for that. However, I am going to be using the Rough and Ready Creative Pack, the Shrinky Dinks, because this, I'm using some, I can talk. I'm using colored pencils on mine, and colored pencils need a little bit of a tooth to hold. What is different about this is it looks like they frosted it and then they went over and sanded it just to rough it up and give it some tooth, which will allow it to color beautifully with your colored pencils. This also works really nice with alcohol markers, or I wouldn't use watercolor markers on it because that never really sets. So you want something that is going to set. So let me show you how to do this. It is so easy. You don't even need an oven for this. I found a little cheater way to do this. So first you're going to take and stamp your images on the rough side of your Shrinky Dinks, like this. Then you're going to take and you're going to color them in. Today I am just going to be using Crayola. These are wonderful pencils, and I'm using the red, the yellow, and the cool gray. So I'm just going to do each of their little tongues with the red. And again, I am coloring on that rough side. I'm going to do her little bow in yellow. And then I'm going to do his little hat with a red line through here, and then charcoal. What I love about these ghosts is really I don't have to do much to them because they're white. So it doesn't involve very much coloring from me, which is wonderful. Now from here, you're going to cut each of your images out. I like to use these Tim Holtz Tonic Studio scissors, the detail ones. They tend to hold up really, really nice with this type of material because it is a thicker material. I don't think I would use my paper cutting scissors on this because it might dull my blades. So I like to use these heavy duty scissors, and you're just going to roughly cut out each image. Once you get all of your little images cut out, you are going to take a hole punch, because this is crucial. You can't do this later on once it's already shrunk down. because the material will be so thick, it'd be hard to get a hole in, and you want your hole to be proportional to your little image. So you're just going to take a hole punch and you're going to punch a hole in the side or wherever you see fit on the image. If you're making earrings out of these and you want 3 dangles, then you're going to punch 2 holes. But for this purpose, I'm just making some little jump rings, some charms, so I only need to do 1 hole. And I'm just punching them in random areas on my little ghosts. Now is the fun part. I am going to use a quilling tool. You can use anything that will allow you to place into the hole to hold it down, because we're going to shrink this with our heat gun. You can use it on a craft mat. That'll totally work. However, if you have a glass mat, that works too. You just want to make sure that your mat can handle the heat. So I'm going to set aside 2 of my ghosts, pop my into my quilling tool or whatever you have, and tweezers would work, or a skewer, and I am going to start to heat this up with my heat gun and watch what happens. A cute little ghost, and then if I want to flatten it out, I can just take a flat surface. I'm using a stamp block, and there you go. Look how cute that is. Now, did you notice how it started to curl over on itself? This is why I like to use this technique with a heat gun on such a small image and not in an oven. If I were to do this in an oven, there's a chance that it would have melted together like that and not straightened out, or it could have flown throughout the oven if I opened up the oven and it wasn't quite done yet. So I prefer to just use my heat gun with this and hold it down with something that will fit in the little hole that I made. And voila, now we have these cute little ghosts. So from here, you want to take some jumper cables, or not jumper cables, excuse me, some little jumpers. You can find these over in the jewelry making section, or you can take some embroidery thread and just do a cute little tie to a wine glass. That'll work. But you can just take some of these, as well as some tweezers, or I used some of these little Duma Flunkies. I found it in the jewelry kit. And go ahead and attach your jumper ring to the ghost, and what you will be left with is, if you choose to do a bracelet, is something like this. Isn't that so cute? So there's so many different things that you can do with a project like this. You could not put the hole in it at all and use it as an embellishment for a card. Just put some liquid adhesive on the back and you're good to go. Or turn it into a charm bracelet, turn it into some earrings. You can put it on a necklace. You can put it as a little wine glass holder so people know what wine glass is there. So there's so much to do. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please feel free to share it. Make sure you go over and check out the Hedgehog Hollows blog. There's lots of wonderful projects over there and posts that are totally inspiring. If you get her kits or you're interested in them, go on over there and check out the inspiration that's provided for you. I'm Betsy Golden. Until next time, happy crafting.